I'm Perlinda Pettigrew-Owens, and I'm here with Mary Pat Boian, and we're the owners of the Eureka Springs Independent newspaper and fun guide. And I met Mary Pat shortly after her and Bill King started the Lovely County Citizen newspaper. And that was what year? Do you remember?
1999, December.
And how did you guys what made you decide to start a newspaper?
I was cooking at the Horizon, and I thought, oh, this is a beautiful view, but not what I want to do. So I thought I really would love to have a newspaper. And I always considered myself unhireable, and I don't know why. You get rejections. So I thought I wanted to start a newspaper. Bill King got a hold of me one day and he said, I want to start a newspaper. And so there you go. And we drove to Fayetteville to Barnes and Noble. We got a book that said how to start a newsletter. And it was the only thing even close to it. So we bought that and read that to each other, going home and such. And we just did it. We just rented a space right underneath where the grill is now. I think it was Jay Guston's building and then Linda Hager's building now.
Just a step up from
Just
Chelsea's
a step
dance floor.
up. We overlooked the Chelsea's patio. And Perlinda was down there one afternoon, I think. Vernon Tucker he did our graphics. But he said, you really don't need me, you need Perlinda. And she happened to be there one day, and so we all met and talked, and that worked out great. So that's when we started. It was 1999.
And then you guys sold it to...
We sold it to Russ Communications in 2005, and you stayed with Russ.
I moved away and then came back.
Oh, that's right.
And then I went to work for Rust.
Right.
Putting the Citizen together again.
Right. From White Street.
Yes, we were located on White Street.
Our office was where Oscar's,
and
that building.
You came back on as editor.
And then I came back, and what made us absolutely lose it?
Corporate accounting
behavior.
For every minute of your time, no pay raises because you made enough.
Yes.
Work harder, but
right.
Yeah. No, we can't pay you more.
Quit your whining.
Yeah.
But it seems like there was something that tipped it one day.
Well, they started outsourcing.
Oh,
although they denied it.
Right.
Yeah.
Big thing.
So we're probably going to lose our jobs anyway.
Right. And they said, oh, no, you won't lose your jobs, but they were going to send you to Monette.
Yeah.
And they were just outsourcing the advertising to start with. We were responsible for selling the ads, but creating the ads was shipped to India. And
or whatever location overseas
or the
was
Philippines,
available.
Right.
Yeah.
It was just outsourced because corporate said, it's too much money. We're paying you all too much money, and we can get this done a whole lot cheaper. And it was interesting that those people, whoever was doing it over there, they did not like thin women.
Oh.
And so they would beef up any women who were in the
they
ads, which didn't
distorted
go
out of proportion any artwork. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, we quit on the same day.
We
did. It was, a month later?
Oh, yeah. Wasn't very long.
Yeah. Came out with our first edition of The Independent.
July the 5th, 2012.
Which the name came about from
Forrest Jacoby. We needed somebody to guide us on staying out of prison. And he did that. He said, well, let's say you call it the Eureka Springs Independent. Oh, that's a good name.
Yeah, because
and it was the right
5th
time.
of July, Jeremiah would always get fireworks.
Jeremiah, when he was a little kid, his fireworks came on the 5th of July because they were half price. Mm-hmm. And he would He didn't care what day it was, and he would just run out the door so excited. Happy 5th of July! Happy 5th of July! So we came out on the 5th of July.
Yep, which is perfect.
Yep.
And what year? We're starting our 12th year.
Yep.
We've just began our 12th year.
Yeah, we did. And it took us a month or 2 months to start a fun guide because, tourists really don't. Well, you've driven the streets, they don't have a clue. And it's frightening for them. And there's something to look at everywhere once you get past the awesome nature. There's a sign there somewhere that says, do this now. And they're, what? That's straight downhill. No, I'll just sit here. But they're also hungry and they need a place to camp or stay. So we just thought we could provide that.